Okay, from an undisclosed location. Hang on, we got too much Jolson. Oh, yeah, that's much better. Okay, well, the brewery review is usually up by now.
It's usually up a long time before now.
But someone, we just got, where the hell did we go?
Johnny C's.
We went to Johnny C's.
And we didn't find Concho anywhere.
Oh, my phone's here somewhere. Just, I don't really give a shit, it's like, we get to the restaurant and bar, grill, whatever they consider it, and it was like, you know what, I don't have my phone. If it's an emergency, let her know that I don't have the phone. So, he did that. Okay, I got the
comments over there.
Comments over there. Got the. By the way, this bottle ship is brought to you by Christine. Oh, and he picked. You should see the refrigerator. Excelsior Imperial Mango Cider House. 9.1. Kind of cool graphics. I guess I won't be sticking this on anything. And got the official glasses. Let's put it this way.
Official on the road glasses.
Let's put it this way. The attention to detail between him and his significant other. It's like I have my own dwelling. If I get an adventurous, I could go get an HDMI cable, but I don't know. If I was doing this by myself, I could put the camera there, I guess, and you can see the Brew Girls, but you get him instead. Have you had this before?
No.
Do you like cider?
Yeah, usually.
And cider?
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's a 6-pack, so.
So there's 4 more of these?
Yes.
Oof. I guess you won't be staying for all of them. Whew. I don't know how to describe that.
Made in the PNW, Pacific Northwest.
That like alcohol burn kind of reminds me of something that I've had that was a mango beer with like hot peppers in it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Auburn, Washington. That's just between Tacoma and Seattle.
I'm actually kind of surprised. That's a lot of alcohol in a cider.
Yeah, that's why I grabbed it, because I was like, "Whoa, that's different."
Usually ciders are like 4, maybe 5%, 9.1.
Unless it's like a Reds where it's up to like a screaming 7.
These could be dangerous, especially since this is 4, 4 drinks into the evening. 4 drinks into pre-gaming. After I slammed the beverage because I'm stupid actually, really dehydrated. This dumbass, he's like, well, there's stuff in the fridge. Were you talking about that fridge or your fridge?
Well, there's stuff in both fridges.
I know that now.
Because, I mean, that's an entire row of water, and that's more cold water right there.
He's got everything in there.
Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew.
He's got a month's worth of alcohol brew reviews in there. And then he also has water and pop. And Jeremy's Pinnacle. Bottle of bamboo in the freezer. Oh, God. I've never even heard of that.
Well, that's gonna be your scotch for the week. If anyone calls shots.
Jura?
Yeah.
Jura single malt aged for 10 years. I can't put it on the computer. Smile Money has a tizzy fit. The Isle of Jura? Where the hell is Jura?
Supposedly right off of Scotland.
A few miles off of the west coast of Scotland, you'll find our island, isolated, sometimes wild yet always beautiful, home to 200 islanders. 1 road, 1 pub, 1 distillery, since 1810.
I don't know. You didn't answer, so I just fucking
I'm Scotch.
kind of went,
Okay. Let's just say I would have answered you. What would that mean? What difference would that have made?
Well, I would have tried to find whatever the fuck you said, but your answer for everything is, hey, what type of coffee do you like? Black. So what?
Hot. I didn't say black.
You said, I like my coffee like I like my women. Black.
Wow. Sharky.
So thus, what do you end up getting?
Chocolate chip IHOP coffee.
What kind of ice cream is that, Mr. President? Chocolate chip.
Chocolate. This is not my work tool, but it is with. I love this thing. You gonna have any? Probably a wise move. I just have to stumble out that door to go to work. You gotta drive like half an hour?
Like 40 minutes to work.
Guess what I brought though?
There you go.
I brought Grandpa with. Do I even want to know what you paid for this?
Wasn't bad.
A rich and rounded balance
I mean, it
of
was
subtle smoky notes.
Johnny Walker was on this shelf, and that was on the next shelf up.
Ooh, and a sweet sherry cask finish. I tell you, some of the Lafroigs that were finished in the sherry cask are awesome.
Nope, I kind of wandered around in there for a while.
Is this local?
It was Coburn's liquor. So yeah.
Like like I fucking know what he's saying right now.
It's like Super One liquor of this area.
I didn't even know what freaking town I was in until I looked at your garbage can.
An undisclosed location. And way up north near the Canadian border, we're off of the same road.
Did you see the last brew review?
I think so.
Where I talked about your
Yeah, I played like it for her, but it was like an hour and something in.
Oh,
Because I was listening to it while I was in there prepping that. Because I still think that maybe those boards that are on the garage side and the house side that are down at the bottom, if those got pulled, then probably that last bit of fucking wood would probably just pull right out, and then the subfloor could lay flat on that, and then those other boards could just get nailed back on, kind of like a fucking base.
are we talking about in the project room?
Yeah.
The one that matters to you?
Yeah.
We don't need to talk shop, but I just somewhere in here, I'm going full in when I pull that door out of the house and relocate it
to the back of the house.
to the back of the house.
Well, if you put the other door that goes on the front of the house first, then it's already halfway. Because the one that goes on the front of the house is in the garage. Because of the left hand versus the right hand swings.
The only thing I kind of want to do is get the subfloor and the floor in. I think that would be best before I put the door in. Hopefully there's room accommodating that, because you want your threshold to be good outside but also on the new floor.
I mean, it's going to be what it's going to be. We're used to stepping up in all the other doors, so like it's not that big of a deal. Because the thought process is, if you can get it somehow magically to the point where it's ready for paint by this weekend, then Teresa and I could paint the whole fucking room before you put the actual flooring in. That way we don't have to worry about dripping on the fucking floor when we're painting the fucking ceiling.
That is a plus.
That way we can just fucking paint and be done.
But as you're the installer telling you what works best, I like to have the floor in before I put the doors in, because I'm able to set it onto it versus having to.
Yeah.
An empty room is so much easier to work with, but
we'll figure that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Right now we don't even have fucking floor. We have beams
and fresh cement.
Yeah.
And this will be a nice equalizer for my back. He did show up towards the tail end, so I didn't have to like move all of the 80-pound bags.
No, I moved some of them. I'm sorry I was busy at work where I had been since fucking I left the house at 3 a.m.
You left this morning at 3?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose when you were up at my place, you were in line to get filled by 4 o'clock in the morning.
No, I took off. This morning I took off from the yard, went down to South Dakota, delivered a load of fucking transformers and whatever those big green fucking boxes are.
Listen, you fake news. You fake news.
Then fucking went up to the shitties and picked up a fucking bunch of mulch on the flatbed and had to strap all that fucking shit down.
Bags?
Yeah.
Oh, God. That must be fun to make contained.
Yeah. My goal is to strap stuff like that down so hard that the bags split open so they fucking don't ask me to pick it up again.
Okay. Is this? No, I'm not interested. Go away. Salty back on the day tripping, double naked in the house. Cheap old gun guy says you definitely need a bigger gun room. White guy problems. What I wish I had is at least 2 more safes, but that ain't gonna happen. J-Dog says first on the Purple Crush, being first. Rich Huff says cheers all. Mr. 27 says third. Salty, why? He always has all the sub comments. Have a naked and a smile. Multi-gunman says, what comes first? The chicken, the egg, or naked? Mr. 27 says, the naked. Multi-gunman says, that is correct. Sophie says, if you're naked, you know. And Multi-gunman says, I'm always naked and therefore I always know. Changing my plans. Might be starting around noon tomorrow.
Whatever floats your boat, you keep track of your shit. Like I said, make your own fucking schedule. I don't give a shit. Whatever you get done is one less thing for me to do.
Well, as much as possible. I'm happy with the day because we switched that one thing up. It took an entire day away because I didn't have to wait before we poured all the concrete.
Yep. Which I don't know if that was the right amount of concrete or not. I was just taking a wild fucking guess.
Well,
of how much to buy because I've never done anything like this. I drive semi. I'm not a fucking construction worker.
Oh, you got a lot, but it was, there's a lot of unlevelness that's happening. So if you actually wanted to let it float and create its own level, that was one thing. My goal was just to make sure that the plastic was all covered.
I was just after coverage so that there's some sort of sealing going on.
Definitely. I mean, you're talking about.
Like, as long as it was a half-inch thick, because no one's walking on it. Nobody's fucking. Once we fucking put the new flooring, it's done.
The only thing is, and I try to make it a little heavy down the center where that beam is, because I'm gonna put some vertical support back in there.
Yeah, put those couple of blocks back in there with a couple of shims like it was before.
I don't know if the blocks are gonna fit anymore. I'll see.
We'll see what fits. But like I told you, behind where all the plywood and you seen where I grabbed that shit from. There's a whole bunch of random fucking wood up against that wall. So
see, my situation was the beam is running like this. If I took one of those 2x4s and I laid it from the front of the house to the back of the house,
yep.
And now I can take 2x4s and use it as a leg, like I did when I took the thing apart. Lift up, torque screws in, and then.
Which, I mean, I have a bunch of those in there too.
Oh yeah, but
on that one wall,
on
that one shelf.
I just figured I would add 2 or 3 legs down. As you already know, 2 of your 3 things were doing
nothing. Yeah, when I was down there raking to get all this, try to prep the surface as best I, get most of the debris out of there from my amazing job of getting rid of the tongue and groove flooring that was in there.
Your amazing job.
Well, you know what my tool of choice was?
Multi-tool?
8-pound split and maul. Boom! Fuck you, floor! You're getting out of here now!
Didn't look like that.
Oh, don't worry, the pieces are all in the backyard by the fire pit.
Poco says, "What's up?" Poco says, "I need to send you the new version of that shirt." I was actually, the shirt I was wearing yesterday was one of his. On the back of it was a lion among sheep. Christine, I'm walking in there and the front of it has nothing. It's just a black shirt with Poco's logo right here. And she goes, "Jesus Christ, you're finally going to the food co-op." Matt, in case you're watching, you're finally going to the food co-op wearing just a decent shirt. And I said, "You didn't look at the back of it?" She goes, Christ. Mike says, "Cheers." Cheers, Mike. Poco says, if you don't want to break the glass, you should bring the billet aluminum DRG shot glass.
Oh, we got chocolates in the house too, but
I could have, but it meant more that I brought Grandpa and Grandma with me. Poco, Montana? You mean right next to Idaho? Is Matt going to follow you? That's kind of close. Poco, our forefathers intended the Second Amendment to include hand grenades, tanks, surface-to-air missiles, everything that's available to the government, supposed to be available to the people. That, I'll sum it up with what Kev Dog says. Word, mic drop.
I mean, I still agree that, a lesbian couple should be able to guard their marijuana plants with fully automated fucking grenade launchers.
What he said. I mean, no, Poco, I don't give a shit what anyone else says. You are 100% right. Our forefathers wanted us to have anything that our government could use against us so that we were equal, so that they couldn't be the tyrannical pieces of shit that they are. I mean, you shouldn't have this or you shouldn't have that. I'm sorry, fuck you. That is, no. We should have anything that could be used against us by our government. That is what our forefounders intended.
Yep.
Multi-gun man, 357 Magnums, whiskey, and Dodge Rams. That's all. Well, you're in the right neighborhood here.
Yeah. 3,500, 2,500, 1,500.
There's 3 of them on site. If I would have driven my truck down here, there'd be 4 of them on site.
Well, and 3 out of 4 would have Cummins.
I should have driven mine down here so it could stay. Can't you hear the calling?
Sorry, what was that, dear? Yep, I'm coming.
I mean, you kind of know the value.
Well,
What is a 3/4 ton turbo diesel with a Boss V plow worth is a minimum amount that you would never sell it for anything less than that.
How many miles?
I think I have 231,000.
When was what's been done to the transmission?
Nothing.
Stock?
Fluid changes, but other than that, nothing.
It's never been rebuilt, never been touched.
As far as I know, I couldn't look you in the eyes and say, yeah, Jolson, you should buy my truck. The transmission was gone through. As far as I know, it's only been serviced fluids. I don't think it's ever... I mean, Jody might have changed the filter in it.
Seems like a lot of miles for one to last without being touched.
That's what I've heard. That's what NIHAP said. He says if you just use it as a truck and you're plowing, that's one thing. You're towing, like the big work trailers. Mm-hmm. As far as I know, the truck has never towed anything. Jody purchased it.
Well, my transmission was fine until I decided I wanted to chip it. And then I'll buy a transmission. And then I went and put injectors in. And I put bigger turbo in. And now when I hit pedal, Karen no longer tailgates me.
Well, I tell you, when you turn the Banks tuner to 6, I've had little Fast and Furious cars not be able to pass that truck on a roll-on acceleration.
And see, the fact that you just said it has a tuner on it, and the stock transmission can barely handle stock power without falling on its face. So with a tuner on it, that transmission should have already fucking fallen on its face if it was stock.
Well,
so it's probably at least had like a billet triple disc put in or something. with
Well,
an upgraded
the
valve body.
truck was owned by a guy that owns a repair company.
Yeah. I mean, because throwing in a billet triple disc converter and an upgraded valve body will make one of those transmissions for not a whole lot of money last a very long time.
Well, I can honestly say the transmission I've never questioned it.
Yeah.
It doesn't, it's never shifted weird. I don't know. That truck just seems like, it's kind of like the Subaru.
Uh-huh.
If you drive it and, I don't know, it just seems like it likes to go.
I don't know, should this be left out or refrigerated?
I don't refrigerate any of mine, but
I don't know. Some people like their shit cold. I don't fucking know. Some people.
Well, I think really if you're mixing, like keeping the vodka in the freezer, that's probably a good thing.
I mean, I've always kept like alcohol that I know doesn't freeze in the freezer to keep it as cold as possible, because I've always thought drinks taste better when they're cold.
Well, the beer or this, we're not in Ireland, England, where you're drinking your.
Where I get my bitters hot.
That's what I think. I think Matt is from England. Him and his. It's like, Jesus Christ, this shit is almost hot. Well, I like it. I mean, he says I'm the reason he put the refrigerator in the garage to stop me from bitching.
Well, it's like back when me and my friends were younger, we'd go to the beach and we'd play this game we called Beer Soup. So you would stop at the liquor store and you'd buy a case of fucking beer, nice and cold. You go to the beach, no cooler, no nothing, and you would start slamming beers, and the goal was to get so drunk that you didn't care by the time the beer got hot that it was hot.
Beer soup.
Well, when you're on the fucking beach in fucking South Georgia, then that shit gets fucking hot.
I am guessing so. Sub comment from Mr. 27. Prayers for the Canadians up there and the evil people. They're what? Oh my God! We'll all get their karma. I hope. Problem is, Mr. 20. The amount of shit that, I mean, where's the karma for, say, the Clintons? I mean, is there a single person out here right now that thinks that it's just a coincidence that, I don't even know what the kill
Those
count
poor
is at?
people, they just can't, they keep losing their friends. It's just,
Yeah.
I feel so bad for them. They just can't seem to keep any friends.
Yeah.
They just all seem to have just terrible, terrible accidents.
Nothing comments says I hope so. Miss 27 says there's too much teats there. Are feeling okay, Mr. Brubomi? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jolson says we need more cowbell. Vicky is being a fucking. Are you okay?
I think I got the same one at the farm.
By the time we're done with this, I'm gonna need a nap.
I think the bed is like fucking, what, 15 feet away?
I might make it. I'll sleep with the wasp.
You killed the wasp.
Little bastard.
I don't even know how the fuck he got through a door and then a screen door.
Somehow, one of the times that I was in here,
You let a friend in.
oh my God, It's like that tingle where it just feels like, oh, there's a hair on my shirt. Wait a second, I don't have a fucking shirt on. But okay, it went away. Oh, I feel it again, and then it goes, and I completely freak out, and I go like that, and like a wasp the size of a goddamn pelican.
Fake news.
It was
Fake
close. It was close. It was close to the size of a pelican.
Come on, you are fake news.
Okay.
Yeah, you fake news.
It was about 2 inches.
Fake news.
Okay, it was like maybe 3/4 of an inch, but it looked like it was gonna hurt me. Probably would have. I mean, first of all, how long was it on my?
Well, you just hopped out of the shower, so I doubt it was on you very long.
I almost died. When I jokingly said to Christine, if I don't make it back, just know that I love you. And I almost got taken out by a killer wasp in Jolson's trailer.
In the camper.
Inside, homologically sealed, heat and air conditioning. Right now, it's a comfortable.
Whatever the thermos is.
Whatever you have it set at.
I got it set to like 68. I don't know. Like just below 70, enough to keep it, nice in here. I know you are. It's a little bit warmer than you're used to.
If I would have brought Christine with,
they're gonna set to fucking 20.
You could freeze a pork chop right there on the table next to the laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Mr. 27, fully automatic grenade launchers for everyone. Yes.
Fuck yes.
You fucking, yeah. If the government has it, we have it.
Yep. Oh, like I said, fucking thermostats right there. Turn on the heat, turn on the air conditioning, whatever. Set it to whatever the fuck you want. You're the one sleeping in here.
I'm gonna set it to wasp mode.
That closet there's full of more pillows. There's more fucking blankets in there. Whatever the fuck you want to do, I don't care. All of it.
I realized when I got out of the shower, a towel was the other thing I never brought with me.
They're in there.
Well, there was something in there that I used.
No, like in the fucking cabinet below the sink. It's completely stacked full of fresh towels.
Okay.
They were just washed like a week ago.
Well,
everything in here was just washed a week ago.
There was stuff hanging up. I felt like I violated your towel space. Smile Money.
All of them were washed a week ago, so they're all good.
Smile Money says, Kimbers are pretty guns, but working is more important to me. Well, that was one of the things that happened on my way to come visit you.
Oh.
My Kimber is on its way.
To hell where it belongs?
Well, then he'll fix it and send it back to me. Miss 27 sub-comment, always good to know something works.
No. Some people are into masochism.
Smile Money. Then, when you attempt to fix something and the result is the gun does not work at all, that is Smile Money. Is that bad? Well, in my defense...
It's a Kimber. It didn't work in the first place.
I fixed the first problem. Then I fixed the second problem. And then the gun fucking fell apart in my hands. And I had nothing to do. There was no Smile Money that happened to the detent tube.
You didn't fix the obvious problem, though.
That it's a Kimber?
Yes.
Well, I still think it's a gorgeous gun.
It's a really pretty paperweight.
Hopefully, it'll come back and it won't be the paperweight part of that.
It's a pretty paperweight.
Mr. Mark Max says, Happy Memorial Day, Patriots. Okay, I guess this is the part where I try this.
The Jura.
Jura. I'm sure that NIHAP, I'm sure you will correct me. Jara.
don't know. So
Not-
many choices in those stores.
Not bad. Oof. I'm probably not helping by having something else, but strangely, the what's left behind
Mm-hmm.
has almost a coffee bean flavor. Now that's kind of like the Fable. It's packing a lot of flavor, and none of it is a peaty. There's I'll give it that it has that like a smokiness to it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's almost like a smokiness that you're getting when somebody is, like, for instance, the
Whatever that is in English. Or in U.S. currency. I don't know what the fuck that would be, but it's about right.
I believe it's more. Isn't the transition closer to like the $50 like $20 on top of that? Oh,
It's about what I paid, somewhere around in there. It wasn't super expensive. It was like,
so under $50.
Yeah.
No,
it wasn't like a super expensive, but it wasn't like super cheap. It wasn't like bottom shelf, but it wasn't top shelf. It was like second from top shelf.
no, it's
So I was like, oh, well, this one should be decent.
it's pretty good because it offers that roller coaster ride, and what's left behind is almost like
Except there and right, I don't know how many fucking bottles figuring what the fuck is this motherfucker gonna like? I don't know. I felt like probably all I could do while I'm standing there in the liquor store is go, now I know what Justin felt like.
oh, you did better than Justin did. That's actually pretty good. It doesn't have the total smoothness of what that Fable does.
Well, it's also single malt.
Well, that's still good. That's still very good. But it really does still create a flavor profile that changes, and it ends with like that. It's still got that flavor, like a smoky like caramel like flavor.
This is rich and rounded balance with subtle smoky notes with a sweet sherry cask finish. A touch of peat brings a rich and rounded balance of subtle smoky notes with a sweet sherry cask finish. It's warm in color with aromas of fruit, cracked pepper, and dark chocolate, and flavors of nectarines, ginger, and freshly ground coffee.
I can see all of that now. As soon as they start pointing it out,
Product of Scotland.
and you think of those flavors, especially the ginger and the coffee.
Oh,
No, that's right. Thank you. That's very good.
very well. It's something that's reasonably priced that look on the shelf decent. I guess you get lucky sometimes.
And I don't know, maybe next time I'm at a local liquor store, and I've to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen Jara, if we're pronouncing that right.
That'd be my assumption.
No,
Jara.
Jara. It's like something like Klingons.
I don't know. Get Scotsman on the phone.
He doesn't watch this anymore.
He's watching.
I've never been part of the clan. See, told you.
Fucking, they're listening. Yeah, fucking come, get to the chopper.
Yeah. Bad says, Captain, my captain. Damn straight. Damn straight, buddy. And Din says, Cap N? Mr. Mark Mac. Wow, Eric, I have missed those great rants. Thank you. Well, I have no apologies for anything I say. Our forefathers said, but here, the Cliff Note version. Here's guns. You will have an equal to whatever the government has. And if the government ever becomes tyrannical, like we are under right now, kill them.
It's like, what part of shall not be infringed don't you understand? Just the fact that ATF even exists is an infringement.
ATF, you can go fuck yourselves. If I was in charge, you would be the first motherfuckers to wake up tomorrow morning without jobs. You are a branch of infringement. You are un-American, and go fuck yourselves. I hope the worst case scenario. Karma, bite you on the ass. EMT says, okay, he wants package B and the gentleman stabber. You can send the collection that you have for me anytime that you want. I just figured it would be easier and cheaper to send one time versus a lot.
Well, in that case, then we might as well save it till after this board's done.
Hell, you could have just delivered it in person if you would have driven right by without even the flash of the high beams. No, I hit the high beams. The fact that you didn't notice is very disappointing. McLean, thank you, Eric. That was fantastic. Then he says, "Can I see that 17 HMR?" Well, if I was in my location, it would be hanging right there. So, no.
If we were at the other undisclosed location, it would be in a safe over.
You have a 17 HMR?
There's a bolt action one in the big red safe.
Ruger?
Savage, maybe?
Oh. Well, you know.
There's a hole in that red black truck out there from it. Because apparently fender flares on dualies, work really good for rifle rests, and then apparently, the scope is up here, but the top of the box is here. So I was told. I wasn't there when this occurred.
Driver's side?
Somewhere, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Driver's side.
I
may have noticed that.
Yeah, I wasn't there when that occurred. I just was told the story afterwards on the dually. Oh, by the way, there's a new speed hole.
It's aerodynamic. It's for brake cooling.
For daylight cooling at that location.
Brake light cooling.
Speed hole.
See, I never need that on my car. Christine's like, Jesus Christ. He's like, you really like driving. You wait till the last minute to stop. Yeah, maybe. Okay, McLean, Eric, I left my glasses in the car. Will you get them for me? I'm already in bed. Oh, Jesus. Cheapo gun guy. That isn't the fast lane. It's the life in the oncoming traffic. And... Mr. 27 says the brew babes brew jugs too far. I don't have to worry about that this time. You can stare at Jolson's chest. Mr. 27 says...
Hey, no. I got the TV right there. You just didn't bring the HDMI cable after I told you to bring it.
Well, I got a few supplies that I found out I shorted myself on, so I could probably get this cable.
I mean, Walmart's 4 miles that way.
Walmart. Let's go.
call the DD. She's
She in bed?
in the house. She's probably sitting on the couch, petting the dog.
With the mohawk? With the blue mohawk?
Hey,
He's got a dog with a blue mohawk.
it was red, now it's blue. Because they're upset that it's blue instead of red. I don't blame them.
Who did the mohawk?
I mean, who? Who chose blue?
Who made it blue?
The fucking groomer? He's had a red mohawk for like a year now.
I think somewhere in here I need to snap a pic and then do one of those. It's right there.
I could go get him. He loves camping. He don't want to get out of the camper after he's in here, but
Well,
like, well, we're going fucking camping, come on.
maybe tomorrow he can join us right there.
He'd be fine. He's pretty chill.
Okay, if I do a brew review and you're part of it tomorrow, your dog with the mohawk will need to be right here.
He'd fit too, 'cause he's just a little fucker. Pick him up, throw him. Of course, then he thinks you're playing, and
Well, personally, as of this moment in time, I think his dog's name is Go Fucking Lay Down. Seriously, I don't have a clue what the dog's name is.
Cooper?
Cooper?
I wanted him Copper, but she said Cooper, so
Go fucking lay down. I thought, oh wow. Hey, go fucking lay down. Jump over here.
Listen, you're being
Oh,
rude.
fuck.
You're fake news. You're fake news. Stop being rude. You're fake news.
Okay, Mr. Markback says the Kimber Polymer R7 Macro is very nice. 9mm pistol, similar to the size of a Hellcat or 365. The range kit comes with the pistol, the range bag, 5 mags, and a mission first holster. I like mine. Well, as long as it runs and is consistent, I would support it. Sharky says, cheers all. Do you like dogs? Intro nice. Didn't shoot that. Oh my god. 3 at 9.1. When this is over, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
you don't want to stay and cuddle?
Don't make me blow Imperial cider out of my nose.
Is it Imperial?
Yes.
Oh, Imperial Mango.
Filming a fucking movie over there.
It doesn't want to fucking focus. I mean, we got like, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 lights on in here? Oh, we could turn the 9th one on over there.
Studio production. That one?
Yeah.
Oh, that one, it would have focused if that one would have been on. Oh, Jesus God.
I guess we don't need that one on. Over there, still plenty of light.
In the first brew review, down at Jolson's, he's handily trying to beat anything Jeremy brought to the game.
How you figure?
Alcohol-wise.
It's only 9.1. I grabbed a hard hitter first, mainly because it was cider.
Oh, God. Gonna need a sedative.
After you only had, what, 2 beers at the restaurant?
3 beers. Well,
The Schmidt doesn't count.
that was actually one of the biggest.
Schmidt?
It was like when she set that down, I was like, Jesus, I've been in places it was like a freaking shot glass with some beer in it. Yeah, it was impressive.
And on Saturday and Sundays, they're only $4.
How do you know that?
Because I fucking know things.
So, or Sarky says, cheers all. Do you like dog? Well, I already read that. Then he says, congrats, EMT. Then he says, 47 minutes.
This one would be nice to review too.
The fuck is that? Oh, Jesus.
13.9%. Or we could go over to the Cayman Jack fucking Sweet Heat fucking multi-pack.
Oh, I have not had a bad thing from Cayman Jack.
Well, you got 4 different choices to review: spicy lime, sweet heat peach, grilled pineapple, tangy tropical.
I have not reviewed a single one of those.
You got Lindy hopped IPA, cream ale. Got some Wicked Reds, blue, Mike's black cherry. That guy. Yeah. Well, you got some choices.
Grain Belt. That's going to be the big hit.
Yeah. Hey, it's been aged 1 year.
I like Grain Belt. That's been aged?
Yeah, 1 year. It's been in the refrigerator the whole time.
Jesus. Hey, get Mikey. He'll drink it. Oh, standing in for Mikey is Eric. Sharky, 47 minutes. Like the great Emperor Palantine once said, all of them. Okay. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to turn it around so you can see it.
Stout brewed with.
Oh, yeah, this is the...
Yeah.
I've always run the course here. I'm always good for running right down the center, grabbing her, and, well, if you still got anything in you, you got her.
I just start from the left and work my way across.
Yeah, see, it works.
Just go right down the line.
Or start from the right and work your way across.
Whatever.
Start in the center, bounce both ways. I mean,
That gets too confusing. Just fucking start on one end and work to the other.
whatever 15 seconds gives you, I could get her done. Oh my God, last comment. Well, we're at an hour. That's about right.
Yeah,
Sharky
50.
says, outro, Jeremy and Caitlin, nice. Say hi to Captain Caveman.
Where? Who? Where?
He might be talking about you.
Me? But I don't look like no Captain Caveman. Do I?
Okay, we're in the club. So that means we both have to give this a score. Okay, keeping in mind, this is not on the brew typical
This
scale.
is on the cider
This is
scale.
on the cider, the extra scale. I have no idea what you just said, but I'm on the... I'll give that a 10.
I was going 9.5.
I mean, 9% on something that tastes like mango juice?
Yep.
There's only one drawback. Maybe I should have gone 9.5.
Oh.
You could not have your boss take a sip of that and say, hey, boss, this is just mango. There's no alcohol in here. Bullshit. It's not hiding the alcohol.
But it's also not super boozy.
No, it's not boozy. There's no alcohol burning. It's just...
It's smooth.
I'll go there. It's really good. It's a I'm still sticking with my 10. Thank you.
Go with 9.5.
I'll give you another one of these.
There's always room for a slight improvement.
Yeah, if it was like 9.2, maybe.
Yeah. Well, it's 9.1% alcohol.
It's like, fuck.
Now fucking everything else in the fridge is gonna be shit. Fuck.
Yeah. Did you just do an Eagles? You released the greatest album first? After that?
Everything else is shit by comparison. Fuck.
Oh, a bunch of you guys in the clubs. Well, that's because it's like bedtime. Salty says super double naked and... Who's this fucking guy? Jolson. Who's this Jolson guy? He says 200 Sunny Slopes Club needs no cowbell. Wow. Okay. Anyone
No
wearing
more.
headphones, rest in peace. Sorry. If Smile Money gets his way, I'll leave that with you.
Alright, got one from Tardisius. It's out at the farm.
Well, you could have one for home and one at the farm. Maybe one in your truck. You might need a few more. You need one for the...
But you have like 6 of them at the house.
Is the green one a 3/4 ton or a half ton?
3/4 ton.
You might need one for a 3/4 ton, one for a 1 ton.
One for the 2,500, one for the 3,500.
Mike says, how's everyone going? Eric, my friend.
Nobody's called any shots on the ships.
Christine, bottle ship. Rich says, cheers, clubbers. Bad says, howdy, clubbers. And Bad says, glad you made it, Eric. Hope your trip is going good. Well, the perks are... I'm gonna rest good tonight after the last. I opened up the first bag at 2:15, and we finished at 5:30.
Yep.
So, yeah, those 80 pound. By the time I actually gave him shit, but by the time he showed up, I was really glad that he was giving me a hand. Cause
I just got off work and like, here's the bags.
I hit refresh, and Bad says, lights green, traps clean. Okay, unless you have any last words, I did bring the ship with. This is Christine's, she's the one that set this.
What is...
Oh, there's some of my BBs from the
Basement Pops.
Basement Pops. That's just everything that was normally in there. Okay, so the freaking cider is awesome. I'll have that. I'll hopefully be able to catch up on a DDE video.
Well, you got TV there with internet.
Actually, I probably can cast to that from my phone.
Probably. I mean, it's...
Otherwise, either way, the living conditions here are treacherous at best. Custom coffee, multiple scotches, multiple vodkas, bamboo, enough brew reviews for a month's worth of shit in there. And
I mean, there's more in the house. Just like there.
oh, my head's starting to hurt. Okay. I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna check this, and then we're leaving. Oh my. Okay, that's it. Jolson, thank you for everything.
Yep. Thank you for coming and helping with projects that would take me all summer otherwise.
Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully he'll be here. Cheers.